Level up, level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Ball. Waking up meant that he gave me a chance and I'm rolling the dice. I do it all, living like I'm trying to go for the platinum trophy in life. Who can you call? Really nobody, so you should just follow me on your device. And know if she chilling with me, then it's bound to be chemical X and the sugar and spice. Game in the system, but game is the hobby. I'm probably cocky, but hot as wasabi. I mean, if it's beef, then you know where to find me. My niggas is ready and so is my body. You should be running and telling your posse and what's in the speakers and what's in your potty. And she trying to kick it, but this ain't karate. Just keep that shit down while I'm watching Tsunami. I ain't saying I'm a super nerd, but I told you when we got involved, my idea of a perfect date is a PlayStation and some alcohol. I was role playing on GTA. I'm a good guy, but I got it all. If the world should end, be the first to leave, but the last of us acting naughty, dog. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Ball. Waking up meant that he gave me a chance and I'm rolling the dice. I do it all, living like I'm trying to go for the platinum trophy in life. Who can you call? Really nobody, so you should just follow me on your device. And know if she chilling with me, then it's bound to be chemical X and the sugar and spice. Game in the system, but game is the hobby. I'm probably cocky, but hot as wasabi. I mean, if it's beef, then you know where to find me. My niggas is ready and so is my body. You should be running and telling your posse and what's in the speakers and what's in your potty. And she trying to kick it, but this ain't karate. Just keep that shit down while I'm watching Tsunami. I ain't saying I'm a super nerd, but I told you when we got involved, my idea of a perfect date is a PlayStation and some alcohol. I was role playing on GTA. I'm a good guy, but I got it all. If the world should end, be the first to leave, but the last of us acting naughty, dog. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough.
We must use these tools that the great God has given us to praise PlayStation. He has given us the tools to support them how they need to be supported. Here lies King PlayStation, reminding you all to give your money to Sony for all occasions. No matter what they say or what they do, we are cool with it. So on this glorious day, I offer up my wallet to you, PlayStation. As King Sony, I will lead the way and guide all Sony fans to know we will support you. our father, Jim Ryan. As king of PlayStation, I vow my wallet, my time, my wife and kids to you, PlayStation. Increase things all you want. I will be here in all of your glory to say thank you. And may your reign be supreme and you continue to rain down on me. King PlayStation. Signing out.
Period.
Get some help.
What's going on, people? Fame and same here from LB1Gaming.com. And congratulations, you guys are leveled up to 259. This is a double XP podcast. Shout out y'all for rocking with us. Man, that dude was wild. That dude is wild. I rock with him, man. That man is in love with all things PlayStation. You gotta be cool with it. We're gonna get going with the introductions. Making her return my right hand was the floor hugger with the hardest of ours.
That's what we like. Okay. What's up, guys? I'm back with the boys. Fame is already on his shenanigans already, and it's been a few weeks, and I miss you guys. Let's talk about gaming. Also, I want to give a shout out to Arlene Sorkin. She was the inspiration and original voices of Harley Quinn, and she just passed away this week. So what a legend.
Oh, damn.
Absolutely. She was on Days of Our Lives and became the Queen Prince of Crime. Like, come on. That's amazing. Shout out to her. And talk about some gaming, because I love when Fame gets on his pony stance.
Hey, King PlayStation might come back in a little bit. Calm down, sir. He might come back. Next up, if your emails is popping and your DMs is full, that's because communication director level 1 gamer trying to get a hold of you, baby. Banjo67, what's going on, Chief?
Just I trying to live in a moment, but envisioning myself playing Starfield, envisioning myself in a hotel room with my laptop with an HDMI cord hooked up to a hotel room TV with Starfield playing off an SSD. Hopefully there's no major update and that I'd have to install off of a hotel Wi-Fi. Fingers crossed. You guys, please, also pray that me as a very large man doesn't get set in the middle seat. Please pray for me.
Spoke it out
Bro.
there. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Prayers will be answered.
Yeah.
Last but definitely not least, returning from last week's show, writer, gamer, connoisseur, my New York buddy. What's going on, Mike?
Your Geek Life Mike is here. The true PlayStation King is here. I'm ready to talk this shit. Okay, I'm the true PlayStation King here. I'm in the lion's den. I want all the smoke. You look good, though. You look good.
Thou shalt respect the PlayStation King in all his glory. And just for that, I'm gonna start the first topic of the day since Fame had to step away. I, your king of PlayStation, will begin this show. You may all be seated. PlayStation has blessed us today. They decided we shall giveth them more of our coin. And I say, people, this is a blessed day. It is a blessed day because this means PlayStation gets to line their pockets with our money. You might ask yourself, what do you get out of this? The joy of knowing PlayStation got more money, bucko. That's what you get to enjoy. You get nothing extra. You get no benefit from this. You must reach down, not only within your pockets,
Oh, Lord.
but within your heart, and know that what you're doing is right. You wake up every day, you go to work, you make your $16.76 an hour just so you can support PlayStation. You don't need anything extra. The extra is extra money you will pay to our Lord and Savior, Jim Ryan. Because according to Dave, we got some news, right? Now I want to pull this up because I want to make sure I got this correct. Okay, I'm back. That dude is wild. All right. So we're getting an increase. We're getting an increase on PlayStation subscription service, right? So Essential went from $60 a year to $80. Okay. Extra went from $100 to $135. And their Big Daddy increased $120 to $160 a year. Mind you, not too long ago, X, Twitter, whatever it is, what you call it, was up in arms about $1 increase on Game Pass. People went up in arms. See, I told you. This is what happens when you put games day and date. It's not sustainable. Well, look at that $1. My math don't math all the time. This is like a 30-35% increase. And why is that? Why does PlayStation, on the heels of your competition releasing their biggest game since Halo, right? Their biggest game in a long time, you get a price increase on your subscription service that you say is supposed to be competing, that you went to all this trouble with the CMA and FTC saying Microsoft is, this is bad for competition, it's bad for gamers. And what you do in return, you go and increase prices. The PlayStation 5, just like the Xbox, increased in certain areas for the hardware, and then you increase the software. Right? I was talking with B earlier. I got the super chat to Rain with the $2 super chat. He says PSN is actually a tithing. So damn.
It is.
Damn. I just want to rock. Damn. Shout out to you, Rain, for the support and love. I got another super chat from last show I got to read out as well. Baron, I was talking to Baron earlier, right?
Yes.
We be talking business, Sacred Wings LLC, Level 1 Game. We talking business, but we talk about gaming and stuff too, right? And he had a crazy thought that I wanted him to bring up in the podcast because there isn't any. We're not being told why this increase happened, but Baron has a thought, so I'm gonna swing to B first on why he believed this increase happened.
Crunchyroll is finally
muted.
on its way. Crunchyroll.
What? That wasn't it.
Crunchyroll is finally on its way, and
that ain't what he said.
Extra money is paving the way, the Silk Road of anime to our streaming services and PlayStation Plus. It is being formed and built off the backs of these dollars. No, actually, I think they're just making room so that they can surprise us like a year or two down the line with day and date. That's all this is. That's what this is. Think about it. PlayStation releases first party 1 to 3 games a year on a good year. Like I'll say 2. I'll say 2 for sure. 2 big AAAs you get in that a year. Premium, because of course the day and date when it does get here, it's only going to be in the absolute max tier. And what's the new price on that, Fame?
For the premium,
yes, for the max.
Too much for
we're
too
going from
low.
120 to 160.
So 160. I think that's what's going to happen. And then, of course, the game you get day and date, you're not going to have access to unless you have. Because remember, even the games you're given through being subscribed to PlayStation Plus, you can't play them unless you have your PlayStation Plus active. Like, a lot of people don't.
Yep.
Like, it's not like hey, I was a member during this month, but I can't be a member next month. Let me go ahead and just take a break, and I'll just enjoy the games they've given me in the past.
Psych.
From what I remember and how I've with my PS5 until I paid to get PlayStation Plus, all those games had a lock symbol next to them.
Yes.
So I think that's what this is. I think this is prepping so that they can come out the gate swinging with a big title, and it'll be day and date. That's what I really believe is going to happen.
That better be the case, honestly, B, because you have. What are you doing? What a game is getting more out of this? That's a major increase. You're supplementing something, right? And if you're going to say, hey, this means we're going to get these first party games earlier or day and date, okay, maybe, but it needs to be day and date. Mike, I'm going to switch to you as my PlayStation brethren. I know you super excited to get some of this money. You's ready. You hyped.
Actually, no. No, I'm not. I don't mind spending the money if I can justify it. And right now, Sony's not in the position to do so, not to mention the ill-advised timing. I'm just wondering why. Like, wouldn't it be better to do that closer to Spider-Man 2 than Starfield? I mean, it's already going to be a shit show for you. Why do that now? And why do it at all? I don't think they need to. Baron's theory is a good theory, but I tend to be a little bit more realistic in the sense that look at who's at the helm of PlayStation right now. Jim Ryan. Jim Ryan is a corporatist. He has no bones in gaming at all other than the fact that he has a job at Sony running PlayStation. That's it. That's his only real connection to gaming. And I want to be very clear that, even as a PlayStation guy, a Team Blue member, I've never liked that guy. Just because he doesn't have any sense of the culture. He's the Tim Cook of PlayStation. Tim Cook doesn't really have any. He is.
The gunshot sound. Pow!
No, that's just facts. Like, Tim Cook and Steve Jobs are not the same. Steve Jobs was a visionary. Tim Cook is a corporatist. He's there for the bottom line. Steve Jobs didn't care about the bottom line. He just cared that the product was good, whether they took a loss or not. Jim Ryan is very much a corporatist. He wants to make the most money possible for PlayStation, regardless of how the optics are. And yeah.
So Sony is the Apple of the gaming world.
I would say this generation, yes. Because prior to that, there was a culture. There was, they had PSX. They had things that had
amazing
the fans
commercials
involved.
too.
Yeah, they had which they still do have.
Yeah.
Their commercials are fun. They still make commercials fun, and they do have a dope marketing team that puts together some fire shit that'll have you interested in the game that you otherwise didn't care about. So they still do that well, which is also what I guess you can say they're kind of the Apple of it. Yeah, because Apple does that too. And that's basically what Jim Ryan is, And I think as far as he remains at the helm as opposed to Herman Hulst, I think PlayStation is going to struggle trying to keep their fan base, and then it just kind of makes it, and I tweeted this out earlier today, and then it just kind of makes that stunt that they pulled off, taking their opposition to the ABK deal and making it all about COD and bringing it to Congress. That makes it look even more pointless, because now, at first the argument was, it was about COD, we're going to lose gamers because of COD. You're going to lose gamers because of this. They're not going to be able to afford to stay in your ecosystem. Motherfuckers is broke out here, man.
Bro,
that's what I've been saying.
Excuse my language.
It's true.
That's what I've been saying.
Like, come on, bro. Like, come on. This is it's bullshit. And it's not even like an incremental increase. It's like a huge increase. It's like a whole
35%.
Yeah,
it's like $20. That's a hero and some chips and a drink right about now that I gotta give up. I gotta give up a meal right now.
Man.
Like, come on, man. What the bad move, man.
I want to get to two super chats really quickly. One was actually from 15 Minutes of Fame yesterday. He sent it as I ended the show. It's from Adidas Zero. It says, ponies don't want to see Microsoft logo on Starfield. Phil Spencer taking all the horseshoes. So I have to him for sending that super chat yesterday. And then today we got a super chat from King Arthur. Thank you, King Arthur, to follow the super chat. He says, what up, Doe? Good to catch y'all live again after all these months. And I haven't forgot. Floor Hugger is so fun. Shout out to you, man, for coming out and rocking with us. We got a poll in the chat. Y'all let us know, man. PlayStation Nation, speak up. Is this increase justified? Do we need to continue to fund?
Can I just say one more thing really quickly?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm going to say this, and this is just for my PlayStation gamers, and I know people who probably know me as a PlayStation guy and probably follow me for this are probably not going to follow me anymore. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to say this. Don't support this shit.
Yeah.
At all.
No, 100%.
don't support this shit. You know?
Yeah, they have to.
Let whatever time you have left on your subscription run out.
But here's the problem with that, Mike.
Let it run out.
Call of Duty, which is PlayStation's biggest game, is right around the corner.
Fuck it. Take the L. Take the L.
Or take that yearly fee and put it towards an Xbox Series X.
I mean, of course, that's up to them.
No,
you know what I mean? But
no, I'm with you.
Yeah.
I am with you, but you know what sucks, man? What really bothers me about this, and why when I know I joke when I say they're the Apple of the gaming industry, but
it's true. You
pigeonhole people, like you really lock them in a situation to where, like, PlayStation is like synonymous with gaming, like Nike and shoes. Like when people think gaming, most people think PlayStation. Now it used to be Nintendo, but now it's PlayStation. That is gaming.
It's a default. It's a default choice almost.
Exactly. I see it happen when I walk into GameStops and people buying consoles. Like you see most people buying a PlayStation.
Yeah, it's the de facto choice because it's recognizable.
Yes. So you're ingrained in gaming society, and then you're abusing it in such a way to where you're forcing people to be okay with this. Just like Fame just brought up, the fact that you have a major, first off, it's a Call of Duty series that everybody loves. It's a lot of people's favorite. A lot of people's favorite characters. And then you add in new modes, this and that, and then you lock your online component, which I think, if I'm not mistaken, Xbox does too, behind pay. But then you boost the price, not 10%, not $1, not 30-something%, and then knowing, and then that by you boycotting, right? Because I'm with you, people need to boycott. That's the only way any of this is going to shift. But you would lose a lot of your library, because we already know most people who play PlayStation play multiplayer games in third-party titles, and then like we know this, and then you can't even dig into your library that was given to you in the past, because once that lapses, it's locked. This is why I'm a firm believer in physical games, folks. But
it just feels like PlayStation hates their people with this decision, because
PC
gamers were gonna let it go. Whatever.
I think Jim Ryan does, and I think because he's the CEO, you know, he doesn't really care about what we think. I don't think, you know, the people that are within the confines of that infrastructure of PlayStation agree with it. But what can they do?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You know,
I'm gonna cut y'all off, but I gotta catch up on these super chats. Give me 1 second.
Yeah.
But I want to read this one first.
Go ahead, do numbers.
With the following, Sony House.
Oh my god!
Shout out to Teo with the 5 super chat. Shave my hoods. Appreciate the support. What is it on my head? Appreciate the support. Then we got a $10 super chat from L Boogie from Grown Women Gaming. If you guys are at PAX South, they thanks to the people of the Latinx in gaming.
PAX West.
Sorry. For Latinx gaming, they are hosting an event over there at PAX West. Please go by and check out Grown Women Gaming. They are doing amazing work, and I am happy to see that those women are getting some time to shine over at PAX West. Make sure you guys go support them. L Boogie says this is Sony OnlyFans fault. Damn. Sony has been doing shady business, but they're always in line for like, please, sir, can I have some more? And they get away with it.
That's BS. They all do shady business. Some just do shady business.
Oh yeah, but theirs is just so public, man.
No, it's just they'll call you an asshole to your face.
Yeah,
that's all.
Because we know that Phil Spencer is a wolf, but he presents himself as the nicest man ever. And
that's all.
Oh yeah, sir.
Oh yeah.
I got one more. I'm sorry, I got one more from Jay. Super Jay, thank you for the support, my brother. He says, this is why competition is good for everyone. Xbox needed to step up in order to give PlayStation competition. And Floorhugger is the epitome of beauty. Thank you. Can't read today. I apologize. Shout out
I
to
love
Jay
Jay.
and L Boogie and Tail for the support. But go ahead, Mike. I apologize.
No. I'm done. I was just saying. Shady business is just the business. So who does it
retro?
better or worse doesn't matter. Shady shit is shady shit.
Shady shit.
And this is what I'll say. It's easy. Okay, Xbox makes it easier to get behind.
Yes.
I would say at this stage.
Yeah. I pay $17 and I get to play some of the biggest Western RPGs of the last 15 years, like without question, for $17. I get access to, but that's not even that. I'm not even here to get on that. What kills me with this is it's just so aggressive. It's not even. It's not small. It's not subtle. It's not like I think you brought it up. It would have been better to do this maybe after Spider-Man, like just like, hey, hit everybody with a super, or maybe they did it before so they can end or start the next quarter or the next financial year on a higher note. Like that could be it too, because who knows? They're probably about to do another holiday sale. And then you're going to see the PlayStation Plus. Is that their name for it, right? It's PlayStation Plus.
Yeah, it's PlayStation Plus.
Right? Yeah. You're going to see the price of it drop down. So instead of paying $89.99 for a year, you're about to be paying like $110 for a year. And then everybody's going to sign up in right at the end of next month. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden it's going to lead in and have a big boom first quarter financial year. Like, I'm not a money guy, but that just... for it to be this close to the next financial year, it's just so aggressive. Like,
they make Netflix look like they were reasonable with their price adjustments.
That part. How does that part?
It's the same thing. It's two different services though, so the dollar is going to be different because Netflix is fucking disgusting with their shit too.
Oh yeah, and then they lead the charge. They lead the charge too. So that's why I said, oh, don't be shocked when we see Game Pass get up to $20 within the next 3 to 4 years. It's gonna be there quick.
They're all gonna go up.
Yeah, because Netflix sets the trend. They are, when it comes to subscription services, they are the trendsetter, and they've proven when you lock passwords, people still sign up, and it's not gonna matter. You're actually gonna boost numbers when you regulate passwords. Like everything, just they set the trend. So as soon as I seen them go up to 20, I was like, oh, it's over. Spotify gonna be 15. It's a wrap. Like it's
what it is. It's the increments. You tell me I'm paying an extra $1 to people are not gonna be bothered. It's when you see
right there.
Yeah. And I think that's the shock factor for people from seeing 60 to 80, 100 to 120, 120 to 160. Shout out to Otaku Fix with the follow super chat says Hugger getting love today. Hugger came back and they just showered my girl with love today, man. Hey, don't be shy. Don't be shy.
I'm shy.
Shout out my girl with love. Shout out to Otaku Fix, man. I always been a real big supporter. But I think that's the part of the issue, right? It's just people see the increase and it being so much. But again, my problem is not too long ago, I was countless amount of Twitter tweets and YouTube videos about $1. We're talking 30-35%. That's big for you telling me you're not going to change anything about your service. Now, I hope Barron is right to where this means we're going to start getting these games earlier in the service. I'm not telling you to stop buying games. I'm not saying for people to boycott. Do what you do and do as you want. I just don't believe in this big of a price hike without you following it up with, hey, by the way.
Yeah.
Not just doing it
for things in the future.
And there's nothing else behind it.
Exactly.
If they just said, hey, we're going about a couple of bucks, nobody would have batted an eye. Just like the Game Pass, right? But you're seeing such a dramatic increase. And on top of that, I know they're coming, but let's not act like PlayStation has a myriad of multiplayer games that you just really need multiplayer for, right? Yeah. That's just not a thing happening right now.
That's
we know they're making them.
I don't think the multiplayer part matters. It's the price hike wouldn't matter if the cadence matched it, because people will pay it.
There you go.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
they'll pay it. And you know,
Look at Apple
if
products.
they had the cadence of games to justify the $20 increase, people will be pissed about it, but then they'd be like, fuck it, because I got all these games I could play. But right now that isn't
And
the
then
case.
I said in the
So-
chat, the cloud saves being behind $80, bro,
Yeah,
is
that's
wild. Shout out to
crazy.
Rain with the super chat. PS Portal was made by Mad Cats and Fisher Price. Damn.
Damn.
But yeah, I see like cloud saves $80 to get
That's
access
some
to cloud
Konami
saves.
behavior.
Wild. That's wild.
It, like I said, so I had a tweet that did some numbers. It kind of made me happy. When they announced the portal, I was like, this is aggressive. Like, this is an aggressive cash
It's a good
grab.
price. It's a good price.
No, but the service is for what you get for the price, right? Like it was weird. But why that's what's throwing me off with all of this. It's just so aggressive. And you usually don't see moves like this. Like, it's big dollar amount and percentage. Like, it's not like you know what I mean? Like, it's big. That's what she said. Any way you look at it, right? Hey, I'll never grow up. But no, like it's hard to wrap your head around it. Like, come on, like why you record numbers?
It's not gonna stop.
That part too. Like, you got record numbers, record profit. It ain't like you've been in the red. Like, you've been winning. Like, your console is everywhere. If you would have released a slim version or even just changed the SKU one time, you would have sold a crap ton more of them.
Can you buy monthly? Can you buy the PlayStation cards monthly?
Oh, I wonder.
You
Is it
buy
a
what?
quarterly thing?
Can you buy what?
Can you buy like? Do you have to buy 12 months?
No, you don't have to.
Because I think that's part of it too, to make it look a little bit more worse, because we're talking about year. It's 20, like for the baseline, you're looking at 12 months for 80, and I think that's for the year. So when you're looking at a month to month thing, let's say you just did it for a month, you're looking at a couple of dollars.
But it's the problem is the comparison to what it once was, like what it was before.
Additional.
That's the crazy part. But then again, you know me, I keep saying it, and I'll keep just preaching and harping it. Just add your movie catalog and add Crunchyroll. That's all you gotta do.
Crunchyroll, you got it.
No,
but
but
Crunchyroll, you got it. That's a dub.
Right now,
no, that's what I'm saying.
You're basically you're paying too much for too little, and you know it's hard. You know, even with me being a PlayStation guy, to say, yeah, this makes sense. I mean, I can't tap dance around it. It's bullshit. You know, it is what it is. You know, it is what it is.
And you did bring
if you guys haven't,
if any of my PlayStation brethren try to make sense of this or justify it in any way, you know, I'm gonna tell them, man, listen, man, y'all shut the fuck up, man. like stop it. And not for nothing, you know, the extra tier, I actually enjoy it. You know,
I have it.
I enjoy it. They got a lot of games in it that I like to play. You know, contrary to what, you know, the diehard experience say, oh, it sucks. Yeah, y'all shut the fuck up too. There has a lot of good stuff in there that I like. You know, a lot. Now, is it worth what they're charging for it? No. No.
Yeah.
No.
And let's be honest, like Fame said, $80 in a year is not crazy. 100 and something is not crazy. But when the $4 eggs yesterday will be $8 eggs next month, it's kind of like, do I want to eat or play video games? And it's
that's a no-brainer.
Right
That's a no-brainer. I gotta eat.
Well, you would think that.
We got a $2 super chat from Dragonheart Yobi, who's also a channel member. He says, Bordy X Hugger is bae. Peace, love, life, fam. Appreciate you, Dragonheart, for the super chat.
Out here right now. You are
a channel member.
You are lit.
I'm telling you, she leave for a week and all the love comes showering in for my girl, man. I love it.
I love you guys. I missed you.
You know what's crazy? If you think about how much we pay every year for, you know, you got the Nintendo Online, Xbox
don't
PlayStation
say it out loud.
Netflix, Disney Plus, Amazon, bro, it's crazy.
Still cheaper than buying games a piece at a time. Just think of
Yeah.
the Yakuza games. Yakuza,
Yeah.
just those 8-9 games is like $500 easy, and you're getting them for $17.
Respect it.
If I outright paid for every game that I've played up to this point,
Oh my god!
yeah.
I'd be
And the
outside
games I
on the
would've
street
skipped
like
over.
No, for real. Just being honest.
Yeah.
No, just being 100%
100%,
honest. You know, shout out to all the review
and that's across
codes
like
and
every platform.
yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be outdoors right now.
I think I've played 5 games this week, and each one of them would be a $70 game. FIFA, Immortals, Sea of Stars was $39.99.
Thanks.
No, but you get what I'm saying. Like that was
Yeah.
just this week. Like so, I can only imagine. Like it would be silly in the way I jump around. My whole, I actually, if kids growing up now are extremely lucky, and I'm so happy they get to game the way like this now, because I got no. You got to think. I had 5 games a year, and that was with straight A report cards, Christmas, Easter. Like you know what I mean. I got 5 games a year. You got now in a world where you spend less than a game a month, and you get to play a catalog out of this
You talking
world.
about
I wish I had this
access?
as a kid.
Oh, you
I'm talking about access.
Access,
Oh.
yeah.
I'm talking about my kids having Game Pass.
Oh yeah.
Get to play way more
would love
games
this
than
as a
I
kid.
ever would have.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was more fun than when I was growing up, though.
Oh, I
'Cause
mean,
we-
come on, you can't
yeah,
beat
we had to go-
arcades.
we
You
went
can't
to
beat
each
like
other's
no,
house.
no. That's
Yeah.
that part you can't beat. I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm thinking even 360 days. I was playing Aegis Wings. We would all meet up and play Aegis Wings and Castle Crashers. So like, I know what you're talking about, but in terms of experience and being able to play a wider
Oh yeah, now
variety
by
of
far.
things,
Yeah, now
yeah.
by far.
can't
Now
beat
by
it.
far.
I love y'all, but I'm gonna have to switch gears here. Just for
Oh, yeah,
time.
yeah.
I'm gonna do a $2 super chat from Jax82. This is for Mike. He says, "A PlayStation fan talking fact is more. I need more." Listen, I'm gonna drop Mike's Twitter handle again in the chat. It's also in the description. Go follow Mike. Mike, a real one. PlayStation, Xbox stuff aside, Mike gonna give you the facts at all times, right? He on the blue side for real. But that man gonna drop in facts and keep it real with you at all times, regardless of platform that he like.
And I'm here for all the smoke. I bark back. I'm just playing.
Shout out to the chat. If you guys can decide on my voice, do me a big favor, hit that like button if you have not, as that helps us out a whole bunch. I love the love we're getting with the super chats. The like button helps us out a whole bunch just to get us in the algorithm more. Subscribe if you have not. Shut the stream out on X if you can as we move on. Now, Starfield exploration has become a big topic of discussion. I have seen countless amount of TikToks, articles, millions of impressions because people are mad that you can't walk on gas. People are upset about gas plant and stuff like that. It's been crazy. A lot of people are upset saying that, hey, I can't walk in the same direction for 45 minutes to get to the end of this planet because they have the invisible walls, which is where you can only go a certain point. I think it's like 45 minutes in one direction before you have to get in your ship and like go back to a spot a little bit over. You can access the entire planet. But walking 45 minutes straight in one line is kind of ridiculous. Like, and that's something that 99% of people who play Starfield is not going to do, right? But I do want to start with you, B, and I want to talk to you about this discourse that's happening around Starfield, and people are pretending or maybe legitimately be upset because they feel like this isn't the game that was promised because they can't walk on gas planets, and then the world's not being able to fully run a circle. Who runs a complete circle around the planet? And then some of the discourse as well is that people's upset that you have to jump between places. But B, Starfield exploration.
I will say that first off, after going back and like really listening to what Todd Howard was saying during different interviews, like I think he was on the Les show and he did an interview a while back. He made it clear outright said it, but he basically said this is what was going to happen. But then also, I did make note of this. I was like, hey, I don't know, man. I think we're going to land somewhere and walk
You did.
a certain area. Yeah, I was like,
I remember that.
and I think Faye was like, nah, they better not. And I was like, I think they are. And only because this isn't No Man's Sky. This isn't Starbound. This isn't 100% procedurally generated. Those type of games exist. I will say this, folks. Go play Starbound. If you're looking for that, it is 2D pixelated. But if you're looking for a game where you can completely explore the world up and down and make a loop and go to every planet and land in asteroid fields and land, well, you can go by gas giants. You can't land on them. But even in that game, you can't land on a gas giant. But that's beside the
I
point.
don't think you want to though. But
Yeah.
yeah.
But for me, I want a Bethesda game. I want a Bethesda Western RPG. I want Fallout 4 with more. I want Skyrim with more. That's what I'm looking for, and I've said it plenty of times. If I could just get Skyrim in space, I'm winning. I was hype about this game before I found out I can board ships.
Oh yeah.
The fact that I can board ships is enough. That should be a bigger marvel for the exploration. You telling me that I can engage with a ship in combat, a ship in space, fight with them, and then get them to a point to where I could board that ship and then explore their customized generated ship. That alone, I think that's a bigger situation and a better thing to highlight than the fact that there's an invisible wall like exists in 90% of games. Have you seen all the videos that have been popping up of people falling off the edge in like God of War, Spider-Man, going to the edge of the map in Spider-Man, going to like it's all, every game has these invisible things that you just can't access or go further than. And there's nothing wrong with it. It's a video game.
Mm-hmm. I think people need to maybe
go ahead,
educate themselves. Not saying gamers are dumb. We're just very stubborn when we want to believe something. But I think they need to be shown what just the amount of things that Bethesda puts in their games, and the fact that you can pick everything up means it has to be fully interactable, fully rendered in. Some of the stuff has to be placed there by somebody. I don't think even if you had a computer that could run Flight Sim at whatever FPS you want, that you could load a whole planet onto your PC and expect it to run smooth. Running 45 minutes in one direction and be able to do that? That's impressive. But I know I'm going to get bored 5 minutes into walking that way, turn around, grab my ship, and move. If a border in a video game is that much of an issue to you, how have you survived? GTA has borders. There's creative ways to hide the borders, but every video game has borders. Ghost of Tsushima has borders. Yakuza has borders. Persona has borders. Assassin's Creed has borders. Every game has borders. Why is it an issue with this new game that you haven't even touched your toe in, but you know it's probably going to be buggy because it's Bethesda? Just shut up and play the goddamn game. And if it's shit, it's shit. If it's good, it's good. Just play it. And if you're one of those people that's like, I'm not going to play it anyway, then you don't get to talk about the game. Don't talk about it. If you are not going to put some time in to see if you actually enjoy it, don't talk about it. Let people enjoy their game. Let people enjoy this experience. Because I really hope there is a game out there that you don't absolutely desire and love, like Cyberpunk, and people shit all over it and ruin it for you. Because that's what some of you guys are doing for other people right now. People are hyped. I haven't seen Baron hyped for a game in... oh God. Probably since New World.
I know. I've been trying to contain myself. And remember, I dropped like 400. It was 200 something hours in the betas. And then I dropped, I think another 100, 200 hours in the main game. But yeah, I was hyped. They had fishing, bro. You had fishing. You had dungeons. Like, it just, now ask me to go fishing in real life. I'm good. It's too hot.
Here's my. Can I throw my 2 cents in on this?
Go for it.
Here's my 2 cents, and I'm gonna piss my friends on the Xbox side, off just a little bit. And here's what I mean. And of course, I never come with any disrespect, but here's what I have to say. Like, this issue shouldn't be one, and it's stupid shit like this that I wish my brethren on Team Green would just ignore.
Yep.
But they can't. And I don't understand why the Xbox Defense Force now has to give shit like this any light to where we are talking about it. You know, it's an unrealistic take on a game that only a few people have played.
Yep.
So by that logic alone, as it stands right now, most people don't even have a right to an opinion. You haven't played it. Realistically. Period. And you know, it's just certain things like, you know, the fringe of, you know, the PlayStation fan base that annoy the hell out of me. You know, I don't pay attention to them. You know, like when they're saying things about Starfield that, you know, as far as I'm concerned, are really, you're really lying to yourself, because why don't you want to play this game? You know, if you really get your game on, why don't you? You know, and I've talked to B personally on the phone, and I've told him from the door, I said, it isn't the most anticipated game that I've wanted to play. I told him that I was waiting on that Forza. Yep. But I'm going to be dumping a ton of hours in the Starfield because, you know, it's going to be that shit. And why don't you want to be a part of that experience as a whole? Console warring aside. You know, at the end of the day, games are still games. I'm on an Xbox podcast. That's how much I don't give a shit about all that. You know, even though I tend to lean in one particular ecosystem. But a dope game is still a dope game. And I just want my Xbox friends, stop paying attention to stupid shit. You know, seriously. That game is coming out this week, and it's probably gonna be, I don't know, game of the year, you know, because I'm sticking with Zelda on that one, but I wouldn't be mad if it won.
And
you dig?
What? I know some of these people are too busy playing Baldur's Gate. Get back to Baldur's Gate, finish it before Starfield comes
But a lot of people ain't playing that shit either. Stop lying. A lot of people ain't playing that.
Baldur's Gate has been out of control.
Yeah, you stop lying.
Y'all lying.
Yeah, a lot of y'all is out here fronting. I bought Skate 3. I took one look at the gameplay on YouTube. I'm like, yeah, nah, hard pass for me. I'm not doing all of this. Like, nah.
Hey, but they about to make money. They about to make money.
They're gonna sell.
Gonna buy it out of spite of Starfield.
And no knock to anybody playing that game, but it ain't my cup of tea. So I'm no knock to, and I know you do. We've been talking, and I know that's your jam right now. But I'm also not going. I'm also not going to cap. Like I'm getting ready to go rock out and go put 200 in on that. Nah, I'm not going nowhere near that game. It ain't for me.
Shout out to Rain G4 with the super chat. He says, "My man gonna be selling. He gonna be selling them things. He gonna be selling them things up in Starfield." He said, "My DRUGS in Starfield. I'll be selling that Iron Galaxy for hard and Killer Instinct for that."
Yo, me and Rain gonna buy Ben's spaceships. We gonna buy Ben's spaceships with the dirty money. We gonna buy Ben's spaceships. All right, we gonna put Ben's logos on.
I just want to see Mike's ship has some Timbs on it.
No, I'm going. If I could put some Timbs on, put some Timbs on.
Bro, it's going down. Hey, I'm so ready.
I should be real New York and just make the whole ship chrome. That's what I'm gonna do.
It just glisten
Chrome it out
where you go. Hey, I'm telling you,
put some 20s on it.
Hey, I'm hyped to see what the mods are gonna look like for this. Yeah, I'm hyped for the game, period. But I just know we're gonna see some outrageous stuff on the internet.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of dick ships. We're gonna see a lot of those.
A lot. Majority of the first things you see are gonna be penis shaped ships.
We're gonna see a lot of dick ships. I'm telling you. I'm sorry. We're gonna see a lot of those.
They about to go ham.
But listen, man. I'm telling you how real it is, man. I hope my job ain't watched. I took the day off for this shit. All right, I'm going in.
Hell yeah.
So my PlayStation people, I love y'all. If that makes y'all mad, good, because I'm gonna play. I'm here to upset people.
You get the sound of my voice. Hit that like button, because I'm gonna shift gears again, right? Because we're kind of it's a lot of Xbox stuff today. We started out with PlayStation heavy though. The Elder Scrolls 6 It has left pre-production and is now in early development. This was originally
What was that? I didn't catch that. What was that?
The Elder Scrolls 6.
Okay.
It was originally officially announced that, hey, this game was real back in 2018, 2019.
Something like that.
And now 2023, it has left pre-production and it's in early development. So I want to ask the chat, of course, and I want to ask the panel, are you guys excited for the Elder Scrolls 6? And when do you think we'll actually be able to play this game?
2025.
Oh,
2025.
You better than me. I was saying like 2028.
Yeah, I was thinking.
I was thinking
I don't think so. I think 2025.
Next gen launch game.
I think it's going to be a next gen launch game.
Really? Did that far out?
Mm-hmm.
It depends what they.
I don't know. I don't
ESO,
think so.
Because they'll have to tie ESO into Elder Scrolls.
This is my only reason. They started developing this one after Fallout 4, so 2015.
Yeah.
And the games are only getting bigger. They're not getting, even though, they're getting streamlined in the way they're developing from the way that people talk about it online, because of course I don't develop games. But it's when it comes to these big AAA titles, we're getting more, and their teams are getting bigger, and this, that, and the third. So if it was from 2015 to 2023, now we did have the COVID years, but now, I'm any less than 5 years. I can't picture less than 5 years.
Wow, I'm just, maybe I'm optimistically crazy, but here's what I think. I think that they just threw that out there. Yeah, let's just throw that out there. But they're probably much further along.
I hope so.
You know,
I hope so. I hope I'm wrong, because I was thinking 2028 as well. I really was.
That's so far out. 4 years.
Yeah.
Really, I think right now, in terms of what I'm seeing from Microsoft and Xbox, I think they're kind of hitting their stride in a certain sense. And I don't think that while they've nailed all the logistics down in terms of how they're getting their teams to function, I think now they do have a routine, to whereas before it was kind of a development soup because they had so many teams that they were trying to manage. I think now they're at a point. I mean, Phil Spencer kind of just said this the other day, where he said they've reached a certain cadence to where they can release 4 first-party games on a yearly basis. I think with this game, Elder Scrolls, and how highly anticipated it is, I don't think there's gonna be crunch, but I think they're gonna have enough people that they can allocate to get behind this to get it out in 2 to 2.5 years. I don't think 2028 is going to be the case. Although, now mind you, just wishful thinking, but that's just how I'm seeing it based on kind of how Xbox is rolling right now. You know, because they're really rolling right now. Yeah. You know, and it's dope. You know what I'm saying? So I think they're just kind of throwing a little bait out there as a misdirect, but I think that game, in my opinion, is probably a lot further along than they're willing to let off. They can't tell us.
Yeah, of course not.
But you know what's crazy, because it kind of blends into the next topic, right? You talk about them being on the road, releasing possibly four first party games a year. We know about this, you know, Hellblade 2 it looks like it's coming next year. Fable might be the year after. It's a bunch of games coming, right? We're looking at now the Elder Scrolls 6. If you're looking anywhere from 2025 to 2026, 2027, 2028. And on top of that, according to Special Nick, who's a friend of the show, can't wait to get him back on. I'm actually in conversation with him, not getting him back on the show. And why I have this up here, because I guess down with KD is, right, from Gears 4 and 5. This game Gears 6 is actually further along than what people believe it is. What people think it is actually further along, right? And what he's saying is they're going to possibly expand, because right now Gears 5 they introduced a semi-open world into it. It has like a hub world. And what he's saying is it seems like they're going to expand on that, which I'm gonna be honest, I'm not necessarily a big fan of. I got open world game fatigue. But the world is going to be much bigger, more closer to an open world title. And so, Mike, I know you're playing Gears 5 now. Hugger, have you played the original Gears games? Because my biggest fear, because as we know, when you're playing Gears 5, right, even though it got the open world to it, you know when you're about to be in a gunfight. Because you see, oh, there's a bunch of rocks here that I can get
like
behind. It's a whole bunch of it turns into an arena. It's a whole bunch of pop up, right? Do you guys think Gears? This is the type of Gears that we needed for it to be more open? Because I'm not gonna lie, I like it being linear.
Me too. I'm with you. Remember I was telling you guys before the show started. I'm sorry if I cut you off, B. I was telling you before the show started that I'm at a certain point in Gears 5 and it's like open, and now I'm trying to figure out where I'm going, and it's the one element of Gears 5 right now that I just don't like. I like Gears just being what it is. It's very linear, straightforward. I want to shoot somebody. Let's get it. I don't feel like looking for things in Gears 5. I don't want to have to look for where I'm going. Not in Gears. Not in Gears.
I just want to go. Yeah.
Let's get to it. Bang, bang, shoot 'em up. Chitty, chitty, bang, bang.
Hey, I don't want to. I haven't played Gears since Gears 3.
So you ain't played Gears 5?
Nah, I'm over it.
Hey, Mike, when you're done with Gears 5, let me know what you chose at the end.
Spoilers, but no. I think you would take away from the big cinematic moments with an open world Gears game. I don't know. It's not.
It depends how much time they want to put into development, because you can do it well, like Final Fantasy 15. They had some really good, like the Adamantoise boss fight, the giant tortoise rock that you think is a mountain the entire time. That's a great thing to stumble across. But if you're not prepared for that, or if there's time not crafted, then you get like an Assassin's Creed Odyssey situation where there's just copy and paste shit everywhere. It's like, do this to get some XP, and you're like, why? You gotta almost. We're
getting an echo.
Oh man, I wonder is there gonna be crafting?
I just think open worlds kind of become cliche now. It's almost as if you have to do it, or you have to at least try to do it to sell a game, and that's what I don't want to get to, because games being linear is not a bad thing at all. Some of the greatest games I've ever played have been linear. Even JRPGs, like the Final Fantasy games, Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy 10, two of my favorites. Those games are linear as hell. Yes. They have open world elements, but they are as linear can be. You know, there's a certain point in those games where all you can do is just grind out level building because the game has a linear structure. And I don't think that games need to always be open world or have an open world element. I'm one of those guys, and I think Gears of War, like, this is the first Gears 5 where I was actually like, you know, but I do love the game, don't get it twisted, but yeah, it's this part of the game that I just don't like. It doesn't fit, you know. It doesn't fit.
10-hour story compared to a 200-hour epic, please. I can't do those anymore.
Hey, I am down with like the Order 1886. Beautiful, good, short, to the point, good game. For one, and maybe because I'm getting old, give me a 10 to 15 hour experience versus $200 experience for the majority. Like Starfield, I'm about to put $200 in our Starfield. There's no doubt about that. But I don't want every game feeling like it needs to be open world and take you forever to beat. Just give me my story and let me go about my business.
Facts.
Thank you. Wham bam. Thank you.
Hi-Fi Rush was what, 6 hours?
Amazing. Delicious. And Hi-Fi Rush was amazing.
You know,
Hi-Fi Rush was an amazing game.
Yeah, I bought that. I didn't even Game Pass that one. I bought that one.
See?
Damn.
I need to have a physical copy.
They put the music. They put the music up on Spotify as well.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, because even the streamer music and the streamer track list and the non-streamer, the regular track list, fire.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm. I think Shredder's Revenge is like 4 hours. I think Double Dragon Gaiden is like 4 hours. Planet of Lana, I think, is about 6 hours, maybe 8.
All great games.
Yeah.
Linear as can be.
And that's what we need sometimes.
That's it sometimes. But I'm here for it, though. Mm-hmm. I'm here for it.
Yeah.
So, you know, and here's why I think just to kind of cycle back, here's why I think Elder Scrolls is coming in 2025. Because I find that those announcements for Gear 6 may be further along than we thought. And now Elder Scrolls 6 is now in production. It's kind of dubious. And right now, Xbox is known to, kind of throw a shock drop in there somewhere. And right now, we haven't heard anything about anything happening in 2025. Can you imagine the craze if Gear 6 and Elder Scrolls drops at the end of 2025?
Bro,
Damn.
bro. Listen, don't get our hopes up. Don't get our hopes
I'm
up.
just saying.
Don't do that. I gotta
My bad, yo. My bad.
Protect my feelings, G.
Nah, hey, I'm just saying.
Protect your heart.
Yeah.
You know what?
Protect your heart, these stacks. Protect your heart.
Not to cycle back, but I also think I'm with Fame and Baron on 2028 because the Beyond Skyrim project is still going on. And could you imagine a free mod being better than the game they put out? That would be embarrassing. So I think once the Beyond Skyrim project, because there's Morrowind, there's Bruma, and a few other areas, once they're like finished of the most areas that they're going to cover, I think they'll either take some of the mods, which we know Bethesda does, is they pay mod creators and they make mods for them, or they'll wait a little bit for Project Skyrim or Beyond Skyrim to be closer to finishing, or they'll just hire the team and let them work on the game, which would be really cool. Put the money in the creators' hands, y'all.
Shout out to the
I agree.
chat. So far they're saying Gears is better linear. If you guys haven't, please hit that poll. I want to know what y'all think, honestly, man. Are you guys like me and Mike? We're saying, hey, just give us our linear game when it comes to Gears. We don't really necessarily need to be more. I think Gears 5 is as open as it needs to get. I really don't want them to expand on that.
Not at all. I really don't.
What they have to do is figure out what they're going to do with that ending, because people's endings can be different. And so
Can I say this? I'm sorry, Baron. Go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead, man. Go ahead. I talk all day.
I know I'm going to ruffle some feathers. I'm going to piss some people off. Halo Infinite is kind of what I didn't like about Halo Infinite. Even though I absolutely loved the campaign, didn't care for the open world. Didn't. I don't think that game needs it. For me, it's Master Chief, guns, story. It's what they've always done well with Halo. The open world element, for me, and me only, wasn't necessary for Halo Infinite's campaign to be dope at all. You know what I mean? I'm just saying.
No, I'm with you.
Like,
you know what they could do?
revolutionize your game without just saying it's open world now.
Oh,
That's
okay. See,
Yeah.
me and you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm with you. Like I said, I'm not saying it's bad.
No.
Somebody gonna say we're saying it's bad. I'm just saying I don't like when developers say we got to change things up. Let's make it open world. Like, not every game these that's not a natural transition for games to go from linear to open world. Like, let's not do that, right? Chat, if you guys are watching, hit that like button. This next part needs you guys I'm gonna end this last poll, right? But this is the part we really need you guys to jump in, because we're gonna ask for suggestions from you guys, right? Whether it's something that we can watch or something we can play. It can be, video game, anime, movie, TV show. Give us suggestions. We're gonna give you guys suggestions. If you drop them in the chat, I will read them out. Okay. B, I'm gonna start with you. Your suggestions for people to watch and or play for this week.
Go watch Grimm. If you already watched it, go rewatch it. It holds up. Grimm on Amazon Prime. It's the fairy tale monsters made real, and there's a cop, Detective Burkhart. He is a Grimm who is.
I love Grimm. Grimm is so good. I hate that it ended.
Right. It is an amazing show. It's definitely worth your time. Go watch that. And to play, go play Immortals of Avium. If you're looking for a first-person shooter, and you want to throw spells around and magic, and you're looking for a solid story, it definitely has a good feel of like those 2010 shooter adventures. Like it has that good feel like that, and I would definitely recommend go playing that.
Shout out to E Nate in the chat. He says go play Sea of Stars, which just recently released on Xbox Game Pass and PlayStation Plus, right? So you can buy it, or it's on both major subscription services. Go play Sea of Stars. Mike, got you up next, bro. What should people be watching and or playing right now?
All right, I'm going to go back a little bit right now because the season just ended. I would say if there's anything to watch, I would say From.
From is fire.
Yep.
I would say From. And to play, there's so many. Sea of Stars, man. And if possible, Chained Echoes.
Hey,
okay.
I need to get to that. All right, that game was ridiculously good.
They are both RPGs. They are both RPGs, but yes, Chained Echoes and definitely Sea of Stars. And if you just want just a quick beat 'em up, Double Dragon Gaiden. Definitely play that.
Review for that. It's really good. Yo, listen, this ain't no super chat, but I gotta say it, bro. Rain G4, we talking about open worlds. He say my ex was open world as well. Have mercy, bro. Out of pocket.
Wait, what did I miss?
Pocket. Rain G4. We was talking about open world games. He said my ex was open world as well.
Oh wow.
Out of pocket.
Ooh,
Wow.
May she not be in the video game space listening to podcasts. Jesus Christ. Dragonheart,
I'm sorry for your loss.
Level 1. He is a channel member as well. Thank you for being a channel member, Dragonheart Yobi. He says for games, Whisper Trip X, my friend Pedro, Vigilante 8 RK. I love Vigilante 8. Twisted Metal Black, Humankind, Poker Tournament with Poker Tournament is fire, and NBA Playgrounds 2 and NBA Jam. He's on fire. Ine also agree with you, Mike. Go play Chained Echoes. Chained Echoes is fire. K9 Corp says go read Avatar the Yang Chen novels. Let's see, I miss anybody else here? No, Mike, you got anything else before we switch to hugs?
Make sure y'all support the channel, like the video, become a member, get on that Patreon. That's it. They allowed me up here. I'm a PlayStation guy, and I'm up here with these dope people. That's what I gotta say.
My brother Dragonheart also says to go see Blue Beetle, which I'm going to see this weekend.
Blue Beetle was dope.
No spoilers.
And believe it or not, Gran Turismo was all right.
I heard it was good.
I heard it was good.
I heard
Gran Turismo was all right.
On that game. I mean, on that movie, I heard it was good.
It was all right. I ain't gonna hold you. I got invited. It was all right.
Obis, when you gonna come on the show? You talking about famous people? When you gonna come over and hang with us, bro? Long time supporter.
That's my guy right there.
Yeah, he's the truth.
Yeah,
it's my guy.
Obis is good people.
Yeah, that's my guy.
You been gone a week, sis. What you got for this week?
So to watch, this is a very niche thing. If you like wrestling, but you like early wrestling, like pre-Attitude Era, I watched a documentary series called The Dark Side of the Ring, and it profiles different wrestlers. And that shit is depressing. Like those guys, drugs, abuse, to them, to their significant others, murder, suicide. Like it's depressing, but it's really fascinating. To see
really well put together.
How wrestling is like evolved to turn into the Becky Lynch and the Rollins of what we see today. And it started dark. It's really good. Dark Side of the Ring. Just got 4 seasons. To play, I'm all up in that Baldur's Gate, of course, because I can't stop myself. Tomorrow is Starfield. Look, I'm trying to bang the tall red mommy, okay?
Karlak!
Hey.
Karlak!
Karlak! Anything for Karlak.
Karlak.
I got the demon medal. I'm ready.
Hey, listen, I can't lie. I was trying to bust down Lilith from Diablo 4, so I feel.
Because she's hot. She's mommy.
I was like, why are we fighting her, bro? Like, I think what she's doing is right.
You stupid.
See, that's the thing.
I'm stupid.
Stop making.
I'm stupid.
Stop writing villains that I'm like Thanos. He's right, just in the wrong way, but he's right.
Oh Lord.
Like the method to get there is wrong, but if you guys really love indie games, there's a bunch of indie games on Game Pass as well that you should go play. Get in a tight little experience. Death's Door, made by like 2 people, is on there. It's a really good game. Go play that.
I hollered that game for. Go back and check my tweets or skeets, whatever.
Not the
I could pause.
Sir.
I call my bad. Pause.
No pause.
No, I caught Death's Door. When I first played that game, I was like, "Yo, that game has to be in the Game of the Year category."
Yep.
I was like, does anybody else
Immediately
know about
after
this?
playing it and beating it, and it's so well thought out. It's so cleverly done, and it's just pretty in the most simplistic way. Incredible game.
It really was one of those games.
And I liked it better than
Everybody needs to
Tunic.
know about this. Ooh, really?
Yes, I did. I thought Tunic was too clever for its own good, and I thought Death's Door was clever but got to the point.
I can see that. That's fair. Damn, okay.
Listen, before we go, I just want to say, go play Starfield if you have an Xbox, PlayStation, phone. If not, if you're dedicated to your PlayStation 5, you can always fire it up on YouTube and watch us stream it to support, to watch, go watch Uncanny Counter season 2.
Yes.
Is
Wait, what is that? What is that?
Uncanny Counter on YouTube. Thank me later.
I'm
Netflix.
Go watch it. It's fire.
It's a cage.
Listen, man, shout out to everybody who came through and rocked with us today.
Watch the School for Good and Evil.
That was a good
Netflix.
Okay.
That was a
Okay,
good
I'm
one.
about to check that out. Everybody who came by and rocked with us today, man, we appreciate all the love. I'm sure Hugger appreciate the love she got today. Y'all was showering Hugger with love. We happy to have her back. Next week, we will have on Miller Ross, who does amazing content. If you guys know who that is, please go check him out on Twitter. He writes some amazing stuff. Back when I was playing Avengers hourly, this man was a leaker and had some great content. Dude does some amazing work. So make sure you guys go check out Miller Ross. He will be on the show next week. For those who are not, consider becoming a Patreon or a channel member, as we do have exclusive content that you guys will want to check out for our members. With all that said, appreciate Mike for coming through and rocking with us. Mike's link is in the description down below. Make sure you go follow my boy on Twitter. I also dropped it in the chat a bunch of times. Can I drop it again? There go Mike.
You gotta go out as the PlayStation King, son.
Yeah, let the folks
Come
know.
on, son. How you gonna
Let 'em
start
know.
that way and end as you? There we go.
There we
Talk
go.
your
Let 'em
shit,
know.
baby. Talk your shit.
You got this, fam.
On this glorious day, you people, you peasants, have realized that this is what it must be done. This had to be done. It must be done. Thy will of PlayStation will be done. As King of PlayStation, I dub you all PlayStation crickets. And you guys will continue to chirp and do all that I say you must do to praise Lord Jim and all throughout this nation. May PlayStation charge us $1,000 a month for PS Plus. With all that said, congratulations. You crickets are leveled up to 259. This was the King of PlayStation's Double XP podcast. We'll see you guys next Wednesday.
Yes, tabernacle, amen. Yes.
Sorry.